Welcome, my agrarians. Come with me to Glen College of Agriculture as we are hosting a one-day program of wool shearing, classing, and baling. We have taken a few animal science students from the University of the Free State so that we can teach them on how to shear wool, classing it, and baling, and also having to teach them about how to enter markets or how to market themselves when you are venturing into the wool industry. So come with me. I hope you enjoy this video. Disclaimer: there is going to be a lot of disturbing noise in the background because of the machinery the wool shearers were using, so please bear with me on that. One of the important things I do when we are out or having a training or an activity of some sort is making sure that we are visible. So I will make sure that branding is out and well placed, because it is very important to make sure that we recognize or we put our partners or our branding materials to be visible in whatever it is that we do. This is for your social media presence or when we are reporting. So this is me putting up our banner before we can start with anything, and yes, let's get it started.
Helping you guys to reach and so forth. You also saw how sheep is being shorn now. You see there's a certain method to shear the sheep. All of the reason for that is to keep the pieces unit. The head of the fleece goes on the table so that you can close it. We can know all the wool in one bag. There's different criteria, so we can stand for the start so give a little bit of feedback on the wool. So wool South Africa, 95% of our wool is being exported. 85% is being bought by China. Most of our wool is going to China. We export product. And to adhere to in order for us to get the best wool prices, we need to class our wool to standards. So if we go with the world's wool production, we only deliver 2% of the wool students. So maybe one day you may be farm yourself, will be advising maybe in the field, and so that will be good for you to know how to class wool and different classing standards. So you also, I pick up the fleece. So what you do when you pick up the fleece, you pick it up at the bleacher side, at the back side. The reason why you pick it up is because at that side is no normal place on the seat. So we look at how we lie down and sleep, and usually lie down on the side bleachers. So that way we get a more matted and more stronger wool, more uniform, more matted plate. So we cover fleece and no break in the air, so it's controlled in the newspapers. I'm going to show you now. See these people that work, they work at the shearing team. So you have to shear that, you have your piece covers, you have your wool cloth. So all those people, they're not being paid per hour or some not like a normal worker, they're being paid per sheet. So they do not class and shear enough that they don't make enough money. So that's for them very important. So when they work, don't waste too much time to throw fleece or shear sheep. So they do be efficient enough to do their work very good and good quality work. The moment they do a little bit, away from the wood table, and you throw it, you need to throw it about 45 degrees. That's enough air coming in. Something can actually warm. Please don't do a split action. This will be done to the skirting table. And then we'll start in the center. So pero dapat na
Maybe please not forget how stubborn sheep are. The rams were so stubborn they did not want to go up the rail because it was their turn to be sheared. They were not having it. You can see with that one, they were not having it. It took them quite some time to put them in the pens, but they managed. So this is an extreme sport activity. Kudos to these guys. And then from here, one of the shearers was counting all the fleece placed on the floor just to make sure that they sheared or they have a correct number of the sheep that was sheared.
Do you have a calculator on your phone? You're going to do the calculations. Reverse the sheets here. Reverse the sheets. I don't want to repeat what given by the session that you indicate why it's important to class them. Okay, let's make a quick calculation. So this is a wool bag, the Prince Clark wool bag. Of course, you can get your different brokers. Our wool broker is BKD. So if you don't use the Prince Clark wool bag, let's say you put it in a fodder bag, it's a polyprop bag, and that will contaminate the wool. So your wool value will also decrease significantly if you don't put it in a Prince Clark wool bag. Okay, so starting with the producer number, you can see there's a wool bale on that side. You get the producer number, you get it from your broker, let's say plus minus a week, but for your your thicker, when you apply for a cell phone, those type of information, and of course your farm name, banking details will be in your producer number. So this is your name that will travel the world. So if you are a bad classer, the world will know. If you are a good classer, they will also. So this is so when you do the wool classing courses, the Springbok Head Diploma wool classing course, previous years you put the Springbok Head here, so the buyer will know this is classed by a professional. So okay, so you get your producer number, then you will have your initials on that side. Show it out, and then let's say it's the first bell you bell, and then you continue maybe 10 bells, and then you get different type. You can see all the different types. You can also explain that, but we'll come to that. So you get your quick calculation. Let's say, like I showed you, there's different parts, which every class have a different brand. So this is, we call it block stream, meaning if I only have urine and Dunstain wool, I will mark it here block stream, so the buyer will know what type of wool is inside. So this one will cost, or the value is, let's say 30 rand a kilogram. So you can count, and in one bale, the maximum weight is 180 kilograms. So from one sheep, let's say average, you can share 4 kilos. So if you take 180 divided by 4, what is that? 45 sheep. So plus minus, of course you can do class the smaller class off, so plus minus 45 to 50 sheep. If the average is 4 kilos per sheep, will go into one bag. Okay. Why is it important to class your wool? You can do a calculation there. Let's say 30 rand per kilogram times 180 rand. What is that? 5,000 times 180. 180 kilograms. What is that? 5,400. Okay. So now I did class the wool. The most expensive parts on the other side of the back wool, didn't show you. So that's your expensive parts. At Glen, we received now 170 rand a kilogram. Our previous sales. So 170 times 180. 30,600 minus 5,400. 25,000. So what I want to demonstrate to you, let's say I did not class at all. Then you have your view, the lowest price. Not average price, the lowest price. So basically, let's say 45, 50 sheep, same wool, same quality, everything the same, but you did not class it. Now on that bill, you lose 25,000. You could have get 30,000. The lowest quality wool is 30 rand a kilogram instead of 170 rand a kilogram. Times 180 kilogram for the bag. You are losing 25,000 on 45 sheep. You can see why it's important to class your wool. Okay. When you put the wool back in the wool press, you have to shake it, the whole foreign material is out. And then the correct bale weight must be perfect. What is the maximum weight again? 180. Minimum weight 100 kilos. So for the cost you pay per bale, not per kilogram. So if you don't press it properly, let's say you have 2 bales of 150 kilograms, or you have 3 bales of 100 kilogram each. Same amount, but you didn't press it properly, so you're going to pay the wool bag extra and handling cost. So you're paid, like I said, you pay per bag, not per kilograms for transport. Okay. Let up till there, then I will press the wood, and then you press the iron bars through, and when you lift again, it will go through and the wool will stay down. Then you put more wool, press, take out and pull it up higher, and continue until the plus minus 180 kilograms, not plus minus, below 180 are full. Then you take it out and then you mark the bale according to what is in the bag, what I indicate.
And there you are. It was a successful program. A big thank you to all the facilitators and Glen College of Agriculture for making this day happen. We are in the AgriField Double M. Catch you on the next one.